Hi guys, welcome to another breathwork video by Breathesober. In this video today, we're going to be working on using our breath to overcome alcohol cravings. This could be the single most important video that you see along your recovery journey. This is for anyone who is actively working on their sobriety or actively working on cutting down their drinking and struggle with cravings. Now, I want to make it a little bit clear that anything can cause you to have a craving, whether you've had a very long and stressful day at work and all you can think about is having a drink to take the edge off, or if you've had an argument with your spouse, or if you are constantly in a state of high pressure, maybe worried about your work or your life, or whatever it might be. Also, if you are in a happy state, in an elevated mood where you want to celebrate, or you have some painful emotions and you just want to numb yourself, all of these different scenarios, all of these roads lead to your sympathetic nervous system being turned on. So when we are fighting a craving, right, your body is telling you, your mind is telling you that yes, you want to have a drink, but you're telling yourself, no, I don't want to, I've been sober for a few days, or I don't know if I can, if I have one, I'll end up drinking too much, or whatever, whatever the internal fight, the internal struggle that's pulling you in two different directions. That is a classic sign of your sympathetic nervous system being turned on, your fight or flight being turned on. There's specific physiological symptoms with this, such as your heart rate increasing, your palms getting sweaty, your jaw and your mouth and your shoulders and your neck getting all tense. And these are the shallow breathing, the quick and shallow breathing. All of these are symptoms of a dysregulated nervous system, or your sympathetic nervous system being turned on. So in order to ride this wave, what we need to do is we need to reset our nervous system. And the easiest and the fastest way, the easiest way to do that is with your breath. So I'm going to show you a breathing technique that we use inside the Breathesober Reset program. I use this with every single one of my clients. It works every single time. You can do this anywhere, at any time, whether you're at a party or you're at home or you're with somebody, or even if you're driving, you can pull over. All it takes is about 5, maybe 10 minutes. And right after this, we do the 7Y exercise to help you get to the root cause, because ultimately we all have to accept and understand that the alcohol and the drinking is not exactly the problem itself. And in fact, it is a symptom of a deeper problem. So the 7Y exercise, once again, something we use extensively with all of our coaching clients, is designed to help you go 7 layers beneath the surface of your awareness and go deep into the subconscious. And this is exactly how you learn what the root causes are, so you can work on them and become a happy and thriving alcohol-free person. So let's begin. This breathing exercise is called Anulom Vilom. It is an alternate breathing exercise, so your alternate nostril breathing exercise, which soothes both hemispheres of your brain, specifically the amygdala, which is where the stress and the tension and the worry is all originating from. So let's begin. Once again, do this when you are struggling to stay sober or fighting your craving because you do not want to drink, but the urge is just too strong. All right. So let's begin. You're going to take your right hand. We're going to do this for 15 rounds. You can do this for 20, for 25 rounds, as long as it takes for you to feel good. But typically 15 rounds is enough to bring you into a neutral state versus a very elevated state when you are fighting your cravings. So let's get into it. So you're going to take your right hand. You're going to block your right nostril and take a deep inhalation from the left. Now you're going to switch the nostril and exhale from the right. Exhale all the way until your belly's empty. Then you're going to inhale again from the right. And you're going to switch your nostril and exhale from the left. And this is what completes one round. Now keep going like this. Inhale from the left. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. And exhale from the left. It's important to keep a steady rhythm with this and do a deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. So inhale once again. Exhale from the right. Completely emptying the belly. And now inhale from the right. Completely filling up your belly, and then exhale from the left. Now keep going like this on your own for 12 more rounds. Great work. Keep going like this for 10 more rounds. Inhale from the left. Keeping your mind completely blank and still. Focusing on your breathing. Noticing any sensations that arise within. Inhale from the left. Noticing the calming feeling sweeping across your body. Inhale once again from the left. 5 more rounds. Slow and steady. in a controlled pace with every inhale and exhale. Last round. You can now put both hands back on your knees, and in this calm, meditative state, just continue breathing gently in through your nose and out through your mouth in a slow and controlled pace, and just keep breathing like this. We'll now transition into the second part of this exercise, which is visualizing what would happen if you were to have a drink and give in to your urge. We've now just reset your nervous system and reset your thoughts and your brain, so you should be feeling calm, feeling a little bit at peace. Remember, you can do as many rounds as you require until you get to a calm and peaceful state within. And with your eyes closed, keep breathing gently in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keeping your back straight, your neck aligned with your spine, relaxing your forehead, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and just breathe. Now, I want you to visualize that you're in a big dark room. And in this room, there is one chair. Go ahead and take a seat in this chair. It's nice and comfortable. Notice how the chair feels, how it feels against your back. Notice how your arms feel resting on the sides. And now I want you to bring up a big movie screen in front of you. And in this movie screen, simply visualize what would happen if you were to have the first drink that you're so badly craving. Notice in as much detail, visualize in as much detail as you can, and simply play the tape forward. What happens when you finish your first drink? You likely change your mind and pick up another. You start to feel good, but you also start to feel the compulsion of the next drink. So you go ahead and have the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And notice how the contents of your mind change, and the person that was there before picking up the first drink that person is no longer there. And instead, the drinking habit has firm control over all of your thoughts and your behavior. You keep drinking well into the night, and just keep visualizing what would happen with certainty, as it is what has happened every single time before today. Notice how this makes you feel. And continue holding this vision until you realize that this is all stupid and there is absolutely no reason for you to pick up this drink. And now from the left of your field, behind closed eyes, bring in another picture. And this time, visualize yourself choosing yourself over the drink, choosing your health, your well-being, your alcohol-free future over this temporary craving. And just visualize yourself happy, smiling, socializing, interacting with other people without a care in the world. And visualize yourself completely free of the hold that alcohol has over you. Keep breathing gently in through your nose, out through the mouth as you hold this vision. And notice how this makes you feel. Are you proud of yourself? Is there a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride, a sense of joy? In this vision, maybe you can be proud of yourself and congratulate yourself for choosing yourself over the alcohol. Keep visualizing every single detail, what you're wearing, how things smell, who's around you, where you are. Are you at home? Are you with friends? At a restaurant? At a bar? At a concert? At a party? And keep visualizing until you feel real good about this reality. And now we'll transition into the third part of this exercise, which is the 7 why exercise. You can choose to do this with your eyes closed and just in your head, or you can choose to do this with a pen and paper that should be right next to you. Because the goal is to do this in this calm, deep, meditative state. So ask yourself, why do I feel like drinking? The answer is probably something like, oh, because I am stressed out, or I'm bored, I don't feel good inside. And then comes the second why, which is, why is that? Why do you feel like drinking because you are stressed? The answer might be something like, because I don't like the feeling, it's exhausting, and I just want it to stop. And then you ask yourself again, well, why is that? I want this feeling to stop because I don't like the way it makes me feel. And I'd rather not feel it than deal with it. Then you ask yourself the next why, which is the fourth why. Well, why is that? The answer might be something like, well, I don't like feeling these negative emotions, and they make me uncomfortable, and I don't want to face my fears, or I don't want to face these painful emotions. And you ask yourself again, well, why is that? And you'll realize that the answer might be something like, because then that means I have to force myself to think about all that is wrong in my life and how much work I have to do to change all of that. And I don't even know if I can do this. I have no idea if I'm capable of making changes to my life that I know I want to, but I'd rather just not deal with it. And then you ask yourself again, sixth why. Well, why is that? The answer might be something like, I don't know, maybe because I'm afraid of failure. I don't want to fail. I know I'm supposed to make all these changes, but what if I fail? And then you ask yourself again, what is it about failure? Why are you so worried about failure? And then the answer might be something like, because I'm not confident in myself, and I don't want to be branded as a failure. And you notice and you realize that the real reason, the root cause of this is something completely different from the original why. You want to drink because you're stressed out, but the real reason is you don't want to deal with the painful emotions, the strong emotions that are trying to surface, and instead you're just trying to bury them and not deal with them because that's easier. And this is now telling you where you need to work, where you need to focus, and what area is the one that requires your most attention. And this is the process of self-inquiry. This is one of the modules that we teach inside the Breathesober Reset, so that you're not confused about, whether there's something wrong with you or, anything like that. And understand that everything has a root cause. And it's usually buried deep in our subconscious because that's what the nervous system does. It's designed to take all the good information, all the information that makes us feel good, all the actions that make us feel good, and package it in our nerves, in our nervous system, in a way that it becomes automated. So the brain doesn't have to, the awareness, the conscious level, layer one, doesn't have to think about it. And it can operate from the subconscious that requires no energy. That is the whole purpose, or one of the purposes of the nervous system. If you can develop this practice to start looking within instead of looking outward, oh, if I didn't have this birthday to go to, then I wouldn't feel like drinking. Or if so-and-so didn't call me and ask me out for a drink, then I wouldn't feel like drinking. Or if I hadn't gone here or there or done this or that, right? All the answers are here. And there's a reason why you are struggling to stop on your own. And this right here is one of those reasons. We are not conditioned or encouraged to deal with our painful emotions. And we are always, especially society, it encourages us to just always like drink our sorrows away, right? And not have to actually heal from them. And this process that I showed you in this video is exactly how we heal. We start the process of healing, because once these painful emotions, these negative emotions, or all the nasty things that you keep locked away in your mind, it's time to let them all surface so you can address them and deal with them one by one. And this is exactly what we do in the Breathesober Reset community, in that program. If you're interested in learning more about how it works, I'd love to get on a call with you or give you some information. Just send the word reset in a comment and I will personally reach out to you and connect with you, and we can talk about how breathwork-based healing might be right for you. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you and helping you become the most thriving and authentic version of yourself. Take care.